All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we got 358, I believe, cop stories. Look them up. They're fun. Naked people. There's gross alerts. There's patrol. I work gangs. I work patrol. It's a lot of fun. They're fun stuff. 7 to 9, 10 minutes, depending on the content. And in addition to that, you have 143, thank you, questions and answers. And if you want to ask me a question, please ask me a question. I got this up right? Yeah. Go to rsbcopstories@gmail.com and ask me a question. I'll answer you directly on your site, and then I'll also put it up. We're going to do some now that we're getting and answer them on the air, so to speak, or on video. Okay, the question was, do you want to repeat it, or I can just tell you?
What was the worst chewing out you had to give?
Okay, the worst chewing out I had to give, okay? You're different. I have to approach this. Okay, when you first come on, you're a policeman, first class, or policeman 2, they call it. Just a regular cop, P2 dog, they call it, P2 dog. Then you get some time on, 3 or 4 years, 5 years. You take a test, and then you take an oral, and you become a training officer. And they ask a lot of questions because you're going to be training recruits out of the academy. Is what your primary function is. So I took the test. I passed. I was working Vice at the time, so I had about 7 years on when I came out of Vice, and I got my first taste of teaching a recruit out of the academy. Wintertime, long sleeve shirts. Okay, guy at the academy had 3 years out, 3 months out of the academy. They have 6 months out in the field. He had been with other train officers. I go to roll call, and roll call means that the young guys sit in the front, and the senior guys filter back, and the most senior guys are in the back. Well, now, when I first got there, I sat in the front. Well, now I got 7 years on. People have come and gone through those 7 years. I work gangs and Vice, so now I'm the top guy. I'm in the back row. You know, I got stripes. I got a hash mark. I'm the salt now. Technically, I was, and actually, I thought I was pretty hot stuff. Okay, flat stomach, full head of hair, Latino, tall, and the bomb. Okay, in my own eyes, yeah, legend in my own mind. Okay, anyway, so they call roll, and they call roll on my car. Because remember, I had been out of uniform for like 7 years. Oh, I've been out of uniform about 4.5 years because I went undercover. So I'm back, and I got crisp uniform. You could shave on my crease on my pants. Everything's spit shine. I'm ready to go. Okay, I got new stripes. Okay, so they call out my recruit's name. They call out my car. I'm the senior guy, and then they call out my recruit's name. I look up. I didn't even know this guy. He turns around and he does one of these. It goes like this. I look at him. Okay, and he's sitting near the back. Oh no, that's not good. Okay. So I look where hey, what is he looking in the back? Why is he giving me that stupid look? And then I look at him, and he's got sideburns down to here. It looks like Elvis. Okay, got a mustache that's hanging over his lip, a lot of hair, almost over his ears. It's wintertime, so we have long sleeve shirts. The sleeves are rolled up. We have a tie, clip-on tie. That's open. I look down. He's wearing combat boots. Interesting. Okay, fine. So I'm trying to cut this down a little bit because I did review this before. Bottom line is he was unsquared away. We go downstairs to get in our police car, and he just goes outside and starts talking to other people in the parking lot. I go downstairs in the kit room, which is the army room. It's got print kit, shotgun, all that. Well, he's supposed to be getting all that. So I get it all. I say, okay, fine. So I get all my stuff. I go out to the car. He's talking. I put everything away. He goes, hey, he tells me, you mind if I drive? You have to remember, there's all kinds of things that are going on here when you have a recruit, okay? You don't let him drive until you think he can drive. There's a lot of things that go on just driving. It's not just driving a car. You have to know where you're going. You have to know where you've been. You have to know where you get out and investigate. You got to know where to deploy the car. A lot of things. And I have to see what this guy can do. I said, no, it's okay. I'll drive. We get a radio call. Walk up to the house. Family dispute or something in the morning. This is day watch. As we're walking up, he backs off. And I get to the porch first. People come out. He's standing back watching. And I'm handling the call. I'm looking over. All right, interesting. So I finish it. Okay, fine. We see a ticket. See that ticket? He goes, oh, I didn't see it. Oh, okay. So I didn't stop the car. Somebody got away with the ticket because he's supposed to be writing tickets. Okay. He goes, oh, there's one. Okay, so I pull it over. I walk up. I'm back. One of my partner. The violator walks back to the curb. And now we're just standing there. The partner's not saying anything to him. And the violator looks at me. I look at my partner. And I go, sir, you know what you did wrong? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I said, this is just a warning. Why don't you go ahead and leave? You're not going to write me a ticket? No, go ahead. Just be careful. Drives off. Well, they're going to write him a ticket. Well, I thought it was your turn. I said, you're the recruit. You're supposed to write every ticket. Oh, well, my other training officer didn't say I had to do that. Okay. So I got another radio call. Again, same thing. Okay. So I go, okay, we didn't have phones then. Obviously cell phones. So I go, hey, I got to make a phone call. So I go to a payphone. I call my supervisor. Real good guy. And when on the RealCopStoriesVideos.com, he's the one that pulled me out of a doorway when there was a big man that was dead in an apartment. And when he pulled me away from the door, the old man exploded and all his fluids went everywhere. If I'd been in there, if that sergeant hadn't been there, I'd been covered with human fluid. And I told you this before, but once you get that on your clothing, no dry cleaner can clean it. It's permanent. It's thrown away. So anyway, I call him. I tell him what's going on. I said, I need an hour at lunch to take care of this. He goes, we have problems with him. If he doesn't shape up, we're not going to hire him. It's permanent. You take all the time you need. So we go to a restaurant. We're eating, Mexican restaurant, East LA. What else we're going to eat at? Okay, so we're eating. And then he looked at me and I go, hey, remember, I've known this guy for like 3 hours. Okay. I go, hey, you're off for 3 days, and then I got a new partner coming in, and I'll see you on, I don't know what day it was, I'll see you like Thursday or something. I said, take out your notebook, and I want you to write some things down I need you to kind of work on before I see you again. I want this done by Friday. I think it was Friday. He goes, oh, sure. He's all like, yeah. We're alone in the back booth. I go, pardon my French here, there's going to be a warning here because I want to use the language I used there because, again, I'm telling you after the response to a question from you guys, what's the worst chewing out you ever gave? And here it comes, okay? First of all, get a fucking haircut. And his demeanor, he looked at me like, I want to get a mirror. He just was, see if he's breathing. I go, write it down, there's more. Writes it down. You're not Elvis. I cut off them fucking sideburns. I want it high and tight. In other words, top of the ear. Mustache, get rid of it. Put your tie on. He rode around that way. Unbelievable. Okay? Puts his tie back. Roll your sleeves down. I don't want to ever see that again. By the way, you don't wear combat boots. You haven't been in combat. Put your shoes on when I see you next time. And put some shine on them. Just sat there. I said, oh, by the way, I'm not done. You will handle every radio call. You will handle every ticket. And I want to see at least 6 tickets a day from you. If not, you write 7 tomorrow. If not, you write 8 the next day. Are we clear on that? He goes, yeah, we're clear on that. And uniform, how many days you been wearing it? 3? No, 2 max. Maybe 1 if it gets wrinkled. You got that? Yeah. And remember, now I'm throwing F-bombs in here all over the place. I don't want to do too many of them on here, but I don't need to throw F-bombs to make my point here. So everything I say, and by the way, you don't sit in the back of the room, the roll call. Okay. Oh, and by the way, he's like, oh, he's writing all this down, man. I said, we go downstairs, you embarrassed me in front of the other train officers. I did? Yeah. I said, you didn't pick up any of the gear, you didn't clean out the car, all this stuff you need to be doing, you're going to start doing it. Otherwise, I suggest wherever you came from, you might want to keep your job application over there because you may not make it. What? His eyes got huge, Spent 6 months in the academy, 3 months in the field, 9 months out here, and somebody's telling you may not make it. How's that? Scary stuff. Because I came on, I was going to make it no matter what. But maybe these guys, I don't know, maybe he didn't want to. I don't know. It's up to them. They hang themselves. So, okay, are we clear on all that? Yeah. All right. Better be done by Friday. Because we had to evaluate these guys weekly. Okay, we had to write an evaluation weekly. Okay, so the next day, my new partner, another train officer shows up. There's 2 train officers and the recruit, and we switch off. One guy's off and the 2 are working. So the recruit always have a train officer with him, no matter who's off. Okay, but this particular 3-day stretch, it was just the kid wanted some time off or something, and so I got this train officer, ex-Vietnam vet, ex-Marine. We got along really well. Okay, he was a little bit goofy. Some of my stories, it's in there. Oh man, he's this guy. Whew, pretty funny stuff. But I'll tell you, look up RealCopStoriesVideos.com. Look up I'm Not the Shall Answer Man. And there was another one he did. I'm trying to think of some. Anyway, he took some pictures of some Japanese tourist people in the Grand Canyon and came back after that trip and was laughing the whole time. I said, what's the matter? I don't like. He called them the G word, for Asians. I don't like them. I said, well, they're Japanese. He goes, well, we fought them. My dad fought them in World War II. I know, but it's been over, guy. And why are you still laughing? Well, they want me to take their pictures, so when I took their pictures, this would be when they had film in the cameras, I cut off all their heads. Can you imagine? So they went back to Yokohama, wherever they came from, and they're going to develop all their pictures. Here's a picture some nice American took of them, and all they see is no heads on them. I thought that was kind of funny, but then again, it's not. Come on, man. Anyway, so I got on a side note there. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, so we talked about the recruit. I told him, and then I told my supervisor, because I had to tell him that evening when I came in, after I chewed him out, what happened. And I'm not like that old sergeant that chewed me out like crazy. I was just being firm and being assertive and telling him what he needed to do, and that's pretty much it. I had some F-bombs in there, but I never chewed anybody like that before, and hadn't everybody since. I hadn't chewed anybody since then. So Friday shows up. I get there early. My sergeant's there early. They get there an hour early to do all their paperwork before they go to roll call. I went in and saw him. He goes, well, we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm all dressed. I'm not in the locker room. We're all share lockers together. I didn't have a chance to see him come to work, but I'll see him at roll call. So we go to roll call together. The sergeant and I go up because we're pretty close. Go to roll call. I sit in the back. He's in front. He looks at me and smiles, gives me a wink. Guys are coming in. All of a sudden, I look over. It looked like a different person, completely. Okay. He walked in, looked at me and nodded his head. I nodded back, sat down in the front row where he belongs. There was 2 other recruits in there. They sit in the front row. He looked like probably an academy graduation picture. Perfect. Shine equipment, haircut back, sideburns gone, everything's perfect. The way I was when I came out, okay? Go roll call, okay, fine. And as the whole time I'm sitting there looking over at him, I look back and I see my sergeant. The sergeant's going, he's saying the F word. Yeah, we've already got these nonverbal signs. So then, go downstairs. I walk like I'm supposed to. This is not being prima donna. This is the way it was. This is the way it is probably today. I walk right out to my car. Talk to the guys that were leaving, talk to my supervisor. Here he comes with all the equipment, which I did a few days before, putting the equipment in, the shotgun, everything else. He's all squared away, doesn't ask to drive. He just stands there waiting for me to say, let's go, off we went, okay? First 3 blocks, there's a ticket. Boom, pull over, he's writing tickets, okay? I'm not a miracle worker, but this is what we're supposed to be doing. They did to me, I did to, So all day, radio call, he handled it. Ticket, he wrote like 10 tickets that day. I think he was a little bit too overzealous on this, but it doesn't matter. They're all tickets. They're all good tickets. Just a matter he was wanted to make a show here. So at the end of the day, he goes, he's sitting. You want to say something. We're coming in. It's like 3:30 or something in the afternoon. He goes, how'd I do? I said, well, that's one day. It's like, holy mackerel. And I get him for a month. Okay, and then he goes to another unit for a month, and then he gets 2 more months, and he's either decides whether he wants to be permanent or not. So well, we got 29 days to go. He goes, whoa. So keep it up. You're doing good. And of course, I walk in, and the sergeant goes, come here. He goes, what'd you do, man? Did you brainwash him? I said, no, I told you. He goes, yeah, that looks really good. Very good. I said, did you chew him out? He didn't. I said, no, I did a little bit. Threw some F-bombs at him. Told him I didn't like the way he looked. Wow, that's completely different. I said, well, who were the other train officers? So one guy was getting ready to retire, the other train officer, and the other guy didn't care. So that's what happens. They just let it go. You can blame the recruit, the probationer. You can blame him about maybe. I'm trying to be liberal here. You blame him maybe 70% of the time, but the 30% of the time, maybe be reversed, goes to the people that train him. Maybe I take that back. Should have been 70% the train officers and 30% the recruit, because he's only going to do what he can get away with. If you all raise kids, right, they're going to get away. They're going to get away with what they can get away with, right? Take 1 candy, they'll take 2. Take 3 candies, they'll take 4. Whatever. So that's what these guys do. They want to get away with it. So he got away with it. Not anymore. In fact, he picked up another team after us, and I kept watching. We're the same roll call. It's even though he got 2 new train officers, still the same roll call. See him every night when he's working or when I'm working. Didn't change a bit. And then at the end of the period, we all went into a room. All the train officers. There were 6 of us. The captain discussed him. We discussed with the sergeants. Yes, no, yes, no. Got all yeses to keep him permanent, and he was permanent. Became a police officer, and that's it. Real simple. A little committee meeting, a little line seminar, and then he was approved. That's how you do it. So it's pretty good. So pretty good. I squared him away, and it was some pretty good butt chewing there for a little bit. But not like my sergeant, but a little bit gentler here. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed that story, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.